Hey everyone, Coach Sullivan here with MGS Coaching Football. I hope you subscribe to my channel and my background. It's my 38th year coaching football. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to continue to talk to you about our pressure check package that is specific to offensive personnel. So this is an 11 pressure check. It's what we call Red Sox, which in this particular game versus University of New England, as you can see in the top right, it was a 50, which is our base 3-4 front, dime dog stick trio. Okay. So let me now go back to the top left corner. Okay, again, our pressure check concept, hence package, is predicated on the offensive personnel and the tendencies that go with that offensive grouping. Okay, so Red Sox is 11 personnel pressure check. It doesn't say personnel, but that's what the 11, one back, one tight end is all about. Okay, and it's a dog family blitz. Back when the Red Sox earlier in this century, 21st century, when the Red Sox started winning World Series again, they dubbed themselves Dirt Dogs. So it stuck. Not to mention that the four major professional franchises in New England, Red Sox is one of them, so that's why it's the dog. Okay, so I just simulate like I'm, hitting a home run. Boom, there it is, Red Sox. And so the concept of a pressure check, okay, it builds in all components of a game plan, and it's specific to the personnel of your opponent, and you get to teach your players and tie it in with the way you're trying to attack that particular personnel grouping. Okay, and all of this is built in to the term Red Sox. Okay, it's not just the front, the stunt, the coverage. It's all of the tendencies and the plays and everything your opponent's trying to do with it, that grouping. Okay, so you tailor your blitz package to each personnel grouping of your opponent, and then it allows you to be much more effective practice wise. Because if you've got 29 different blitzes for every personnel group, there's no way you can practice everything. So this concept allows you to hone in on and get specific with and take what you already have from your drill inventory and plug it in versus the tendencies of your opponent each week relative to, in this case, 11 personnel. So the 50 dime dog stick trio, the way we accounted for the halfback and what's meant by away, two, and pistol. Okay. Away is from the tight end. Two is the halfback is offset to the tight end, and pistol he's behind the quarterback and gun. Well, the University of New England did all three. Okay. So the way we handled the back in Red Sox in this particular game, when the halfback was to the dime, because it's dime dogs blitzing, then the dime took the halfback. Okay. Now that's unless the halfback ran to the mic. Okay. So if the halfback ran to the mic had him. And so then the dime went straight to quarterback. Okay. So it was a little bit of a combo there. Half back to the dime had him. Half back to the mic had him. Now, why that's so important? Down to the 11 tendencies. Okay. This was second and third and long specifically. And so what we decided was the Red Sox would be a third and long pressure in against University of New England in this game. So not only were the tendencies the same because they don't change. So if you see any of my other 11 pressure checks, okay, whether it's Patriots, Celtics, or Bruins, the tendencies are the same. However, in third and long, we actually found that 75% was on the low side, depending on the games that we had been able to look at and huddle. And what they really like to do, hence reasons for Red Sox, is they loved to, if it was third and 15, they'd run outside zone to the tight end and punt the football. Okay, they'd run draw in the A gaps, punt the football. But they also like to use halfback screen, halfback delay. So, in other words, check release. And they also would just use a wide receiver screen to the number two, who was one of their dudes. The tight end was the other one. Okay. And again, punt the football. So, Red Sox nullified the halfback screen, the delay, wide receiver screens. It's solid to the tight end side run game, and this is the first time the dime's part of the blitz. So what we did against the University of New England is all four of our pressure checks. That's why I do this on purpose in that playlist. You see how you can keep your opponent guessing by changing up who's blitzing, which all ties in with the 3-4 as making the opponent try and figure out post snap who's blitzing, right? Where's the pressure coming from? Who's the fourth rusher, et cetera, et cetera. This is all part of our built-in disguise. So, first of all, let me just say that if you want the specifics about the dog family, go to my dog family playlist. But I will tell you this, it's orbit because a dog is the D crash, which means the dog attacks the deepest tip in the backfield. And if it happens to be the offset halfback to him, then so be it. And this is the dash line is in case the running back was coming to him, and then he's going to take the running back. Now, see, all of this builds in with the pressure check. If the back was fitting into the protection, meaning checking B gap, the dime would continue to go to the quarterback. Because remember, the Mike still got the running back also. Okay. We also have a C scrape backer coming. So it's not like you got to panic, and we don't want to take the heat off. Okay. Again, if it's a wide receiver screen, that dime should be right in the window. If the back were to flare, that would necessitate the dime peeling off. Okay. If the back were running and essentially ran right past the dime, he's going to peel off. Okay. So those are the two scenarios where the dime would take the running back. Okay. Otherwise, if he's fitting into the protection and B gap and obviously trying to block him in protection, then he's going to make a move on him and get to the quarterback. So that's where the delay would come in. So what we told the dime, if he's trying to block you, make a move and get to the Q, the Mike linebacker is mirroring. So now he's in a position if the back then delay releases, he can pick up the running back. Hey, it's third and 15, third and 20. They drop it off to the back behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to rally up and make the play. Okay. So see, all of this is built in to the teaching progression of the game plan. And you got four pressure checks for 11, you got four for 20, 21, you got four for 10. I mean, that's 12 right there. Right? Practice time. You still have to teach individual skill, right? So this is why we are big believers in having a pressure check package for each specific personnel group. And so in the case of 11, Red Sox is our dog, and this week we picked Dime Dog Stick for this reason. On top of it, the wide receiver screen, these guys are hot on their receivers with zone leverage, with deep middle help on top, so that negates that wide receiver screen. Okay? So as always, as I said at the beginning, I hope you subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, I really hope you reach out to me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com because I would love to talk football with you.